Hi guys, Orange Swordsman here, back with another video. If you guys hear clicking or anything of the such in the background, I'm sorry. At the time of recording this video, I was kind of doing something. I was talking through Discord with a friend, trying to I don't know what I was trying to do, but because it was like kind of like a few hours ago. I really don't remember because a lot of things happened a few hours ago. Very interesting things happened a few hours ago, but yeah. Um, so this was a pre-recording one that I was trying to do. So yeah. Let's just get right back into the video. Hi guys. Wonder Surgeon here, back in the video. Please, as usual, comment, like, subscribe, you know, and well, subscribe if you guys want to. Give me what I should do next, and yeah, without further ado, let's go to part 12 of What If Naruto Was OP But Betrayed. Hope you guys liked the video, and yeah, let's get right into the video. As we see Naruto heading out of Konoha Gates, as he was talking, as we hear, as Sai is talking a whole lot of shit to Naruto, as he was a little pissed off that Naruto beat him so easily, as he was not able to get one hit off on him, and he was beat so badly, as he was also mad, and his pride kind of got hurt because of the fact that even Naruto beat him and he got healed by Naruto himself. So this pissed him off a little. As then Naruto continues, as he goes ahead and he doesn't pay attention to him, as he has kind of a Kakashi attitude, as he doesn't really care what anybody says to him or anything of the sort. As then Sai continues saying a lot of things as he finally gives up, as he says one last thing to end up his barrage of saying a lot of things, as he would then continue, as he would then say, right about to finish roasting Naruto, as he said, yeah, that's probably why Sasuke left his goddamn weak team, as this drew the last straw for Sakura, not for Naruto. As then he would continue, as then Sakura would go and punch him, as saying, "What did you say, you bastard?" Sending him flying into railings of the bridge they were currently on. As Sai would then be holding his cheek, as this drew the last straw for not only Sakura but also Yamamoto. As he does, then he makes a few hand signs while still walking. Wood strangling jutsu, as Naruto, hearing wood style, gets a little amazed, as then he hears wood cage, as Naruto is still a little in shock about this, as wood wrapped around him, as then a wood cage surrounded him, as Naruto would then still be in shock, as he says wood manipulation, as the wood comes off right off him, and then he puts his hand on the wood cage as it comes right off him as well. As then he charges towards Yamamoto, kind of like showing he was gonna hit him, but then playing around and not hitting him. As then he would put his hand on the floor. He says wood manipulation, as he would make a chair. As Naruto had very, very, very bad wood manipulation, stuff like that, because he was not that strong with his wood style, as all he could do was manipulate wood and not do much with it other than that. But then Naruto would then run, as Sai was kind of like charging towards him for no reason, as he would just let him charge towards him, as they finally reach the hot springs. And because of that, they start chilling out, and Sai finally kind of like forgives Naruto and Sakura, because he kind of did beat the shit out of him, or punch the shit out of him. What the? Huh? Sorry, guys. I'm kind of like at the same time of doing this, I'm kind of like playing a game where I have to kind of like meditate. So if you guys also heard that, that's my brothers in the other next room, kind of like play fighting. But I'm planning on playing a game where I'm kind of like meditating. To meditate like for 15 minutes to gain like a move or something. I'm not sure, but it's a very powerful one. And I just something popped up in my screen, said my name, and then can you hear me, and then just disappeared. So I got a little confused. Yeah, but I digress as we continue. As they would, as it'd be evening, and Sakura and Sai would be sleeping, kind of tired out from the whole trip. As they kind of did have to run, as they didn't have much time, as they didn't know when Orochimaru and Kabuto would get there, so they didn't want to be late or anything like that. As then, as Naruto was reading his Ichi Ichi books, as even Naruto had to be influenced by Kakashi, as then he gets off his ass and says, as he stretches, I guess I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about wood style. I wonder how powerful I could get with it. As this was in the back of his head as he walks towards Yamamoto, who was also reading a book, not the Ichi Ichi ones, but just a book. As then Naruto would head towards Yamamoto, and he asks, "Hey, Yamamoto, huh?" As he's looking at him, "What do you want?" That's no way to speak to when you're compadres, as kind of like it's talking in Spanish or something like that. As says, "Yeah, whatever. What do you want?" Well, I can see that you're a little strong with that little wood of yours. I wonder if you could teach it to me. Oh yeah, I wanted to speak to you about that. How did you get out of my wood style? Oh, I have it. Huh? I don't think I heard you right. What'd you say again? I have the wood style you speak of. Have the wood style? How? Well, I mean, I kind of got it after, as he remembers putting the God crafting seal on Tsunade, as because he put the God crafting seal on Tsunade, because of Tsunade's bloodline, as being a Senju and being the granddaughter of the first Hokage, the most powerful wood Senju user in the world, in time itself. Because of this, he was able to use this power that he had to manipulate Tsunade's bloodline, being able to cause her to unlock it. But because of Naruto's sudden chakra takeaway of it, Tsunade was not able to unlock it, but Naruto unlocked it on his own by using Tsunade's bloodline. As Tsunade, as he evolved her with chakra by taking her chakra and kind of refining it, he was able to take her genes, kind of like Hashirama cells, and then make a pure form of the wood style. As Yamamoto has a weaker form of it, not the exact form that Hashirama has, because if he did, he'd be a beast, and Hashirama could become as strong as the first Hokage if he did have the power of Hashirama, as Naruto does actually have the pure form of it, of Hashirama. So, yeah, I'm not really going to speak on that too much, because then I could just go crazy with all my ideas, but yeah. As then, Naruto would then say that he had it, as this confused Yamamoto. What do you mean? Did that monster experiment on you again? As well? As Yamamoto had a few reasons for coming on this mission. the the most obvious one, Tsunade asked him to be the team for this mission, the captain for this mission, and the one of the side reasons, because he wanted payback on Orochimaru for doing the experiment on him. Even though it made him stronger, he could have lived without it. As at the start, he wasn't really going to become a shinobi, I guess. Sorry if you guys hear him moving. Oh, damn. As then you would see him start to train Naruto in the arts of wood style. As the first thing you would teach him off the bat would be the wood manipulation max form. As with wood manipulation, he if he mastered wood manipulation, he'd be able to use something called wood creation, as he'd be able to make pure constructions out of chakra to make wood itself. As this didn't cost any hand signs, but was a part of learning the wood style. As sorry guys, I thought I was hearing something. If my mom walks, I thought I heard my mom trying to walk into my room. I was looking to pause the video because I don't want you guys to hear the whole interaction and have to remake the video, because I'm not just gonna have a random interaction with somebody in my video, because that's just be awkward. As I don't know how long the interaction will be either, and it might have any personal subjects on it, so I don't really want to talk. Really don't want to talk on that subject that much. But as Naruto starts working on this, as this caused Naruto to have to learn a lot of chakra control. Sorry guys for the sudden pause. My mom entered my room, so I know I had to pause. But yeah, there still might be some noises in the background. I do want you guys to forgive me for that, but yeah, let's just get right back into it. As Naruto would start training with him and actually be able to call on to the art of chakra control, being able to meditate, regulating his chakra around his body. This would also help out his ki, as he would use ki and chakra, as because of this his ki and chakra would fusing together, becoming a sort of stronger form of chakra. Even though having key properties, being able to manipulate it, it'd be a chakra kind of like, let's say you made a fireball, you'd be able to use your fireball to like manipulate it in any way, but that would cause you, if you're not able to control it correctly, it would cause you a lot of damage. As if you did it incorrectly, you would probably get hurt so badly that it would probably. Sorry guys for the abrupt change. I'm not even gonna say why I paused again, because it'd just be stupid. But as Naruto be working on chakra control, and he would kind of start be able to regulate chakra, but by this time it'd already be closing into nighttime, as he didn't have time to do this all day, as he did have to prepare for a mission, as it would be let's say a week before Orochimaru shows up, so Naruto would be able to train, as he could sense chakra and could see that Orochimaru and Kabuto were coming to meet up, but they weren't as close as he thought, so it might take him a few days to get there, as they had not started moving yet, as Naruto's insight was actually kind of good, so he chalked it up that it would take more than one day for them to appear, so it probably wouldn't appear tomorrow, as Naruto and Sakura and Sai would have shifts where they would inspect the bridge, where they would check if there was any person or any sign of Orochimaru or Kabuto coming at any time. So basically, because of this, Naruto, when it was turned to make a shift, he would normally um use this time to train his wood style, as he would also train in a new kind of reconnaissance mission move, which was a move where he would spread chakra all around, kind of like a sound wave, as anything it would touch and anything containing chakra would be listed, as if any bloodlust or killing intent or anything such as that would be detected, Naruto would be able to feel it and act on it. Alright, guys. Sorry, I was reading something. I am on Discord talking to a friend. But I'm not even going to say why, but let's just get right into it. So, as Naruto would do this, he'd be able to manipulate make wood out of his own aspect. After 3 days of trying to master this, he was able to do it. But his ability to do it still was not as good as it could be, as Naruto still had to work on this. But because of his enhanced ki chakra, his power would be greatly increased by this, as this would also kind of increase the power of his attacks and jutsus, and including his strength, as this was helping his mental strength by meditating. As in a few days, he would actually contact. Sorry, I'm moving. but he would actually contact Yamamoto, and he would tell him that he progressed, as Yamamoto would tell him to learn the first attack, which would be the wood style. What is it called again? Yeah, wood style strangling jutsu, which was one of the most basic jutsus to use inside of using these attacks, as Naruto would master this in a few hours, as he'd be able to use the most basic form of it, which was sprouting wood. But because his ki enhanced chakra, let's call it chi, because of his chi, no, I'm not just going to call it chakra. I'm not even going to call it chi. Because of his chakra, he was able to manipulate wood. Yamamoto didn't put any mind to this, as he was thinking, oh, it might just because, it might be just because he's able to. Oh, sorry, I was yawning. Sorry, as Naruto would then go ahead, as he would master this jutsu in a few hours, as he'd be able to use the most basic form of it, as I told you, where he'd be able to manipulate the itself, make it kind of a more powerful form of it, but still be able to use it. As Naruto would then go ahead, as he would learn a few more, as he would learn wood clones, as in his base, like without any added power, he'd be able to use this wood clones around, let's say, 20 wood clones. But these 20 wood clones would have special properties, as if you hit them, the wood that they're made out of would wrap around you as kind of a wood strangling jutsu put into the wood clone, as Naruto was able to improve on this jutsu due to his creative mind. As Naruto would occasionally work on his swordsmanship, as he'll be also trying to work on his four uh, heavenly styles. As Naruto learned something new about the dragon style, the dragon sword style, as it had four forms, and these four forms were the heavenly fire style, the heavenly earth, water, and air style, as these were kind of styles that it's kind of like breathings but not, as Naruto was able to manipulate these moves, as they had specific moves, as Naruto was only able to master one of them, which is called the heavenly no, I'm not even gonna say heavenly, as he says, the flame bridge, no, not the flame bridge, I'm sorry, as the phoenix blade, as actually, you know what, I'm not gonna say it, because he was only able to master one move, as his master left a book that would tell him all the moves and how to use them and how to master them, as using these had infinite possibilities, he was able to do anything with his fire. But the thing is that if he used this incorrectly, or any incorrect way, his power could be severely diminished, and he could hurt his key tendons, which are basically like chakra coils but different, because they contain the power of ki. As if he might do that, it might screw up too many times, he could probably lose all his power, including his ki and chakra, as this was a very heavy deal, as the power he could gain with this is immense, but the power he could lose is also immense, as if even if he was the best person, the strongest person in the universe, and he screwed up, he could lose all that power, which would be a waste. So let's just wish that Naruto doesn't lose this. As then, Naruto would then start training on his. Sorry, guys, for the abrupt change. Yeah, I'm not really gonna explain what happened. There's gonna be a lot of pauses in the video, probably because of the disturbance. Because it's pretty hard not today, as I do have noise canceling room, because I have a very it's very hard for me to fall asleep. If I hear any noise, I wake up instantly screaming or something, because I have very sensitive ears. So because of this, any noise I hear has a wood cancel. I have a wood canceling room, so I won't hear anything unless anybody comes into my room. But currently, my sister is having kind of like a play date in her room, and my brother's having a boys' night with his boys. Yeah, I'm not really gonna get into that, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end this video around like 25 minutes because I have to do something in a few minutes. But yeah, I'm not gonna end it off until we get to the place where Naruto meets Sasuke and stuff like that. If you guys know the future, but the future of the next move, so just get back into it. So, what the fuck? What was that noise? I'm sorry for that. But as Naruto would train with Yamamoto every single day until he's able to use a high rank jutsu where he's able to make wood golems. Now these wood golems Naruto could inspect, and the higher control of chakra and power he gets with his wood, the more powerful wood golems he's able to make. To the point where he can make a wood golem the size of Hashirama's, the Hashirama wood golem, but way more powerful than that if he can master it. Because of his chi enhanced chakra stuff like that. Yeah. So as Naruto every single day, he would spend this kind of like 7 day training trip for his chakra. As he would then be able to control his chakra way better and improve his moves on most of the time, and he would work on his kenjutsu, and basically the way he worked on his kenjutsu and his dragon style or his heavenly element style, something like that. I'm not really gonna call it style. I just really don't know. But the way he trained this was that he would embed his sword in the respective element, and by doing this, he'd be able to like enhance his power with it. As at some point he'd be able to. It's kind of like trying to like master key control, but instead chakra control, but just in key form. So because of this, Naruto would master a second move, Air Barrage, as Naruto would use this move in training grounds against Yamamoto during a training day, as he would say Air Barrage, as he would attack Yamamoto, sending a bunch of air slashes towards Yamamoto, sending him flying by making heavy and deep gashes into his skin. And the only reason Yamamoto didn't die was because he used wood wall, and he made multiple of them. So it kind of died down the force of it, but still hurting Yamamoto immensely, as they were very, very, very fast and sharp wood blades. As he's able to do this every single time that he swings his blade, doing to the respect style, but they're not as strong as a move in particular. As then it was the final day, as this was the approximate day that they kind of like perceived that he might have come, as they're making a plan, as they then Yamamoto changed himself into Sasori, and he uses this to change his voice into Sasori's, as a cloaked man comes onto the bridge, as it was Kabuto, as they start to chat, but then Orochimaru attacks Kabuto out of nowhere. Kabuto dashes besides Yamamoto, as they're both looking at him, as Yamamoto is drawing his weapons, thinking that this might become harder than he originally thought. As then Kabuto swings at Yamamoto, as he's like, "What? What are you doing? Don't you know me? I'm Sasori." As the kind of gave it out. Yeah, sure. Sasori, we all know Sasori died. Who are you? As they start charging him, as Yamamoto changed back, as he makes a signal, as this causes Team 7 to go and appear in front of Yamato, as Sai goes ahead and he starts attacking, as then Naruto says, "Looks like this is time." As he draws his sword, as he says, "Multi air barrage," as a bunch of air blades come out of his sword as he's trying to hold on and continue doing this. As Orochimaru's trying to cancel this out with his own sword, as he draws his Kusanagi, I think this is called Kusanagi blade, and he starts trying to slash away at the air barrage is currently coming at him. As he continues slashing and slashing and slashing, until the point where they become too fast for him to be able to dodge, as he gets deep dashes, but then he sheds his skin, rehealing himself. What a pesky man. As he charges, he says, Heavenly Fireball! As he makes the hand signs for the fireball as he blows. As the fireball is coming right towards Orochimaru. As Orochimaru is planning to dodge this. As he dodges it, but then it turns all of a sudden right to Orochimaru. As Orochimaru tries to dodge this again, but then he sees that there was multiple fireballs heading right towards him, as he was kind of like in a pincer position, as he had a wall, like he was against a tree, as he was in a pincer position. As he tries to jump up, as a fireball came right above him, as Yamamoto's surprised, how the hell did you have the time to do all that? I'm too fast for all of you to see, don't you think? As Naruto says, Mangekyo, as he opens his eyes and Mangekyo show up, as Orochimaru looks at him. He's stronger than the Uchiha brat. I should have put my curse mark on this person. He called him a brat because that was the actual, what he actually thought of Sasuke, because he was an emo person, so he kind of thought that of him. Hold up, I'm reading something. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. As then Naruto would start charging towards Orochimaru, as he was heavily burnt, as he was currently just an arm, but then it shed. As Naruto sees Orochimaru, you're strong for a little person like you. You're not even old. How can I expect you to be strong at all? That doesn't matter. As long as you give me a challenge, I really won't care. As he charges towards Naruto. As because of Sasuke's influence of being so cocky and bastardy, Orochimaru kind of took a hands to this. As then Orochimaru charges towards Naruto, as Naruto dodges very fast, as Naruto says, Heavenly Fireball! As a fireball concentrates of Naruto's sword as he fires it, as this fireball is a giant one, almost comparing to the majestic fire flame jutsu, almost compared to Madara's style, but not nowhere close to the power that Madara currently has. As he recognizes jutsu from the Uchiha library. That's right, from the Uchiha library. I remember still having the Uchiha's library up for me, so the lightning and fire affinities really do help. Those pesky Uchihas. As then Naruto says, wood strangling jutsu, wood clones. As then wood clones come out of the ground. As he says, what? I never made experiments on you. As Yamamoto hears this, so he did not gain wood clones that way? Then how the could he be the son of... No way. As then he thinks about it, as preferred talks come to his head. Then did Jiraiya actually procreate with her? No way. There's no way. As Naruto charges up the Rasengan, as multiple clones come at him with the Rasengan as well, kind of like Sharingan Jutsu. As then Orochimaru dodges the Rasengans, but he hits the clones as wood starts strangling Orochimaru's neck, wrapping all around him. As Orochimaru says, there's no way I'll beat him this way. Looks like it's time. As he changes back to his form. As Kabuto was just standing around amazed by Naruto's show, but then he finally snaps out of it, charging towards Naruto. As Naruto slams his foot into Kabuto's stomach, vomiting blood, as he kicks him up to the sky. As he comes up right above him, as like a soccer ball, he shoots him straight into the ground. As he hits the ground, he gags up so much blood he's about to die of blunt force trauma. As he's about to die, as Orochimaru makes sure to give him a healing pill, and he's like, it looks like we'll have to retreat. As he slithers away, not today. As he makes a certain fireballs, as he says, Chidori, as he could hear thousands chirping birds. What? He also got Statujutsu as he charged up a Rasengan, a giant one. As he charges, running at extreme fast speeds because of the both of these, he's able to enhance his speed with air chakra because of the rotating giant Rasengan. Is he also boosting him, but because of the lightning, he's boosting his body with lightning and air, sending him flying at so fast speeds. As then he slams a fireball into Orochimaru, sending him flying. As then he stabs a hole right through Orochimaru's stomach. But then Orochimaru dissolves as it was a snake clone. Damn it! I could have killed the bastard. But it wouldn't have been no fun, don't you think? Talking to Kurama inside of his stomach. Sorry guys for the pause. I'm not even gonna explain what it was about, but yeah, let's get right back to the video. As Naruto and Yamamoto, Sakura, and Sai were all amazed on the power that Naruto showed, being able to take on a legendary Sannin and his companion. As Yamamoto is surprised at Naruto. I knew he was strong, but this is not real. What type of strength did this guy have? It's literally impossible to be this strong. As Naruto walks back to his team, as where's Sai? As they look around, Sai disappeared. As he left with Orochimaru, as Naruto thinks the traitor finally taking him off. This kind of relieving Yamamoto, but still angering him for the fact that Sai left, but relieving him that he had an emotion. As he finally showed an emotion. Because Naruto hadn't shown an emotion in this whole thing, so he thought that maybe he wasn't able because he showed less emotion than Yamamoto did. And that was a feat in itself. But we're not really going to compare on that. We're not really going to compare on that. But Yamamoto would still be a little pissed off that side. Even if it was a Danzo's mission, he still pitied Sai for the fact that he gave up on his teammates, and that pissed him off. But Sakura had finally gotten a connection with Sai, and now to see that she was betrayed, just like she was betrayed by Sasuke, kind of added to her sadness. Hold up. Oh. I will destroy your enemies. Let me write that down. Hold up. Hold up. I'm currently sorry guys, I was writing something, but let's just continue. As then Naruto would talk, how are we gonna find him and Orochimaru's hideout? As Naruto would be in deep thinking, as Yamamoto would grin. I thought something like this might have happened. So I put seeds, wooden seeds, in all of you guys' food. I'm tracking currently all of you, so that should mean that I'm also tracking Sai. As then Naruto would grin. Then where is he? Well, he's currently moving, but I don't think we should go now. I think she would wait, because I think that they might be expecting us. As in the next day, they're already on their way, as they're dashing through. As Naruto says, that's enough, let's just go. As he grabs onto Sakura and Yamamoto in one hand, as he grabs his three-pronged kunai from his patch, he untaps the seal in his coat. As he says, as he brings out a three-pronged kunai, as he had brought multiple 3-pound kunais, as he throws it as hard as he can, sending it flying as air shockwaves surrounded them. Kind of like that shockwave sent them back. As then the 3-pound kunai hits the ground, as then they finally moved a quarter of the way, half of the way actually, in a few seconds. As Naruto draws another, as he picks it up and says, as he cocks his hand back and throws it with all his strength, sending it flying as it hit the ground. But now they're in a crater due to the power of his hands. As this is surprising Yamamoto more. This kid ceases to amaze me. As Sakura has already seen this due to the what is it? What mission was that? To the, I think it was the Kazekaka retrieval mission. I'm not sure, but something like that. So, as Naruto charges into there, as Naruto let his anger take over him, as he kind of did have a little bit of a relationship with Sai, but he was still mad at two things: that he was not able to kill Orochimaru and Kabuto, and that he wanted to find his cousin. As he enters, as then Naruto would enter, as we kind of time skip to a few minutes later, as a huge crater was above them, as Sasuke would come down. Seems like you finally come, and I finally gained the power to destroy you. Sasuke, huh? What do you want, you dope? Come on, we're brothers. We don't have to fight. You know I love you. You love me. So, let's live like a happy family. You know I won't accept that, Naruto. Okay, okay. I know what you really want. To destroy you and Itachi. But why do you hate me? What did I do? As Sasuke really couldn't plan, actually thinks about it. What did Naruto actually do to make him this mad? You were always stronger than me. Even though you were my cousin, I could only hold up to some type of level. Then I'll train you. Huh? Train me. You're not more powerful than me anymore. I'm stronger than you. So, as Naruto said, oh, you really think so? Well then, let's make a bet. What bet? If I beat you, you come back to us. But if you win, I'll become your servant, and I'll give you my eyes. Why would I want your eyes? Oh, you don't know? The Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. What's that? Oh, you have the Mangekyo, right? No, I have the three prong. I have the three tomoe. Oh, really? Well then, here, as he puts him into a genjutsu, showing him the deaths of his family over and 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 over until he achieves the Mangekyo. As he feels a rush of power. What did you do? Tachi, that's the first thing he says when he gets out. But then he noticed the power that he attained while Yamamoto and Sakura and Sai being knocked out due to the fight that they had. But because it didn't have anything to do with Naruto, I kind of skipped it. Even though it would have been a nice fight, Naruto was really not doing anything. But I kind of skipped over it. But Sai and no, not Sai. Sasuke would kind of like thank Naruto for giving him this power, but then they would get right into the fight. As Naruto and Sasuke would go to an empty field as they would start fighting. As Naruto drawed up a Chidori, as he says, Chidori stream! As a bunch of lightning comes over to Naruto, as Naruto says, Chidori! As a giant Chidori, an extended Chidori, comes as he cuts it in half. As an explosion happens, as looking around with his eyes, trying to see what happens. As the Naruto appears right in front of him, as he sees, as he opens his eyes, as a Mangekyo shows, as Naruto gets punched in the stomach, as he's like, it's not gonna be that easy. As he punches Naruto straight in the face, sending him flying into a wall. As Naruto is able to catch his body and repel himself off the wall to go straight into Sasuke, as he enhances his speed with his ki, sending to the point where all he saw was a blur, as it would appear right as Naruto would appear in front of Sasuke, kneeing him in the stomach, as Sasuke would be holding his stomach as he'd gasp for breath, as Naruto would be talking. So are you gonna get? As he says this, he gets uppercut by Sasuke into the air. Enough, Sasuke! As an arm, a Susanoo arm comes out of Naruto's rib cage as it stabs, he punches Sasuke into the ground, knocking him out. But that was just a clone, as Sasuke would be right behind Naruto, kicking him. As he'd be holding his foot. What is that? You'll know when you reach the max power that you don't have. Hold up. Okay, guys, sorry for the pause. I'm about to finish this, but as Sasuke gets knocked out, but this was all a clone. I'm doing this for a script, so I lucky just paused. It passed like a few minutes, so I forgot what I was on. I had to go clean something for my mother, who just entered my room to ask me to go clean something, because she had to go out. But we're not really going to speak on that, but let's continue. So, Naruto would then say, Heaven Blade, as he would, as a bunch of air slashes would come out of nowhere, slashing deep gashes into Sasuke, as eventually Sasuke would collapse, not being able to use none of his power. As Naruto made sure to put like a Horizon seal on him, so he's always able to teleport him at all times, never being able to escape him. As then Naruto would then put Sasuke on his back, as he would grab all of them and he would teleport them all to the gates of Konoha, as Sasuke would be awoken, as Naruto had healed all his wounds. As then Sasuke would open his eyes. So you beat me. I thought I got stronger. Looks like I still can't beat you. As it's kind of pitiful how... I'm sorry, Naruto. I'm still weak. I'm not strong. I had to go through all that and I'm still not strong. As Orochimaru cannot, like, grab Sasuke back, kind of like intervene, because he disappeared before he was able to do anything about it. As soon as Sasuke lost, he was planning to intervene, but he already had teleported back to Konoha with everybody else. As Orochimaru was mad, pissed off that he didn't have a new body, so he had to find a new person. But before leaving, Naruto teleports back. Hold up, I'll be back. As he kills Orochimaru all of a sudden, as Orochimaru dies because Naruto kind of like teleported right to him and cut his head off. Even though this didn't take anything, I forgot that he had to be killed for the war arc to happen, because Kabuto had to have Orochimaru in him, no homo, pause, to be able to start the war. I'm not going to even cover the war, so I'm not even going to say nothing about that. But then we continue, as the Sasuke arc when he gains up all his team doesn't happen either, as this was a powerful arc, but he wasn't able to do it. But yeah, let's get back into it. As Naruto teleports right back to Sasuke. Brother, I know that you went out to be able to fight Itachi, but I'll train you. I'm powerful enough, and I have plenty of powerful people to teach you. And Jiraiya can teach you too, and I can learn from Itachi. I can learn from Kakashi too. And we'll get through this together, okay? There's something I want to tell you, actually. Something about Itachi. He's not the reason that our family died. As This would piss Sasuke off. What'd you say? What do you mean it's not the reason? Didn't you remember? He martyred everyone. What do you mean? He did it because of the villagers. What? The reason he fought and killed everyone was because the elders, the civilian council, and the elders, everyone in high person except the Hokage, influenced Itachi into doing it. It was an order. As an Anbu, he had to do it. If he didn't, they were gonna kill you and me. And he'd rather do it himself and let us survive. He's dying right now. Because of the myth of the Mangekyo. It comes with great power, but without changing your eyes, you get blind and possibly die. Itachi's dying of this right now. So you're telling me this isn't Itachi's fault, but those damn villagers. As Bloodlust is coming off Sasuke, one that could rival probably Madara right now. As Sasuke is mad. Like, I do not want you guys to understand how flippin' mad. I cannot say fuck us. I mean, I just did. So how fucking mad Itachi is right now. No, not Itachi. Sasuke is right now. As he's extremely mad. As he says, oh, I'm gonna go kill them right now. As he tries to leave, as Naruto grabs his hand. I tried to do the same thing. But if we kill them, we'll be the same as them. Do you really want that, Sasuke? As he looks down at the floor. But what are we supposed to do? I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna save Itachi. And then, with Itachi, we're gonna kill him. But didn't you say we couldn't? Well, yes, but we can attack him right after we have Itachi. We'll just kill them before anyone knows. But we can't do it now. Because they'll expect it was us. Because if we don't kill Itachi, if we kill Itachi, they won't suspect us at all. Nice idea. As Naruto fist bumps Sasuke. As he says, well, we'll start our training tomorrow, okay? As then we skip to a line oh my god, I can't find the word. To a dead Jiraiya on the floor. As two toads right next to him. Jiraiya, you shouldn't have done that. As pain is coming towards Jiraiya. Leave. You guys die too if you guys don't. No, we'll die with you. No. Teach Naruto the sage mode. I know the hate he has in him. And the potential he contains. He's a child of prophecy. If you can make him strong enough to make the peace in this world, then he'll be strong enough to leave. He'll be strong enough to protect us all. As he ends up passing away. As the Toads are planning on staying there and dying with him. But then he says, he bites his hand as he says, reverse summoning. As he puts it on the floor. It says, no, Jiraiya! As then the two Toads poof. Looks like the old student finally surpassed the teacher, don't you think? I'm still gonna kill. I'm gonna destroy the Leaf Village, you know? Yeah, I expected that. I already trained a kid. He looked just like you. He had the same spirits and everything, just like you. And him. And her. Don't speak about him. You know what happened to him, don't you? Yeah, but he's the same as him. You'll like him if you get to meet him, but the next time you guys meet, you'll be fatal enemies, and he will kill you. You have high hopes for that disciple of yours, don't you? Yeah, you know it. As he coughs up blood. Well then, It's time for you to leave this world. As he pulls out a chakra rod and stabs it right through Jiraiya's face. Too bad you had to die here, Jiraiya. You haven't even had kids. You could have had a happy time with that Tsunade of yours, don't you think? As he walks off, let the world know pain. As he puts out the peace sign, as Jiraiya's fading. Live on, Naruto. As he passes away. And there's where I'll be leaving it off, guys. It was a 50-minute video, so you guys, I hope you guys liked the video. And if you guys did, please comment, like, subscribe. Please, I'm trying to hit 200, because by that time, I'm probably going to be doing something. But because we're ending the ending stages of this video, of this, wait, if we're ending the ending stages of this, as the next episode will probably be the end, as we're going to be leaving this off the pain arc. If you guys want me to do the war arc, say that in the comments. And if you guys want me to make a point on the war arc, then you guys have to have 5 comments down below and 5 likes. Yeah, because low-key that would be a whole lot more work. And yeah, so the next video is probably going to be the last video on this series, and then I'll be starting a My Hero series with a probably a Naruto series on the side. No, actually, you know what? I'll kind of take a break of Naruto because I kind of did do 70 parts, and over probably 20 hours. No, not 20 hours. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Probably hit over 10 hours of Naruto vids. So, yeah. And, I mean, that's where I'm going to leave it off. Give me guys ideas of what ifs, as we're doing a My Hero What If next. Spoiler alert. So if you have any My Hero ideas, leave it down in the comments. Subscribe with comment notifications if you guys want to know what I do next, because I'm going to do more faster uploads, as I was kind of getting tired of this. That's why I stopped doing it as much and as daily as I did. But now that this My Hero is coming, this is My Hero series is coming out, I'll be doing more daily videos. So make sure to do the subscribe notifications so you guys know. I'll probably be doing a few episodes. No, not a few episodes. I'll probably do a few episodes a week. Probably more than 3. Probably 5. So almost 1 episode a day, keeping off the weekends and something like that. But yeah, I'll be leaving it off like that. One was just signing out.